Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series, and today we're going to be doing a voiceover. I think this is video 5 out of 6 of this batch. I think in the last two videos, like this one and the one after this, I started to get a little bit more confident, only because, well, the sketches ended up looking a bit better. Like it feels, like I feel like an actual artist. Because I mean, this is a common thing. If you make sucky art, you don't feel good. If you make art that's satisfactory to your standards, even just a little bit, you sort of feel good about yourself. So I think in this, I think I did have something in mind a little bit when I did this. I wanted like an astronaut looking thing or a space guy, where the head would be like just basically black, um, which is so convenient because you don't have to draw like any facial features. It's basically just like one big sort of like head helmet, and all you have to do is like add, excuse me, all you have to do is add some like reflections here and there, or suggest some kind of environmental lighting sort of hitting that helmet thing. But I do like the way I paint. The brush is also a flat brush, and it's in pen tilt, so it follows the tilt of my brush. And I think I mentioned this in the previous video, it can add diversity even if you're just using one brush, because it can go from or present itself in multiple angles. Just seeing those difference in angles can give you a look of diversity. So yeah, if you're trying to save time or do quick sketches, I think having some kind of flat brush and setting it into like initial direction or pen tilt, I think these things can definitely help add a bit of flair to your sketches. A good artist to recommend would probably be Shinku Kim. I think is the best one who does this. I'm sure there's more, but he's the only one who comes to mind when it comes to this kind of painting style a little bit. And notice how I'm not drawing, meaning I'm not adding like the line, some kind of lines first. I'm very like direct, very focused on like the shapes, the values. And I think this kind of painting approach seems a lot easy, whereas it's easier for me to do. Like it seems more natural for me to do. I'm not saying I can't draw or I will not draw, but it's good to be at least aware of what you're inclined to do. Because if it comes easy, if it comes somewhat natural, you probably want to take advantage of that edge, because there are some people who can't, or who have trouble in doing this approach. So this concept of taking advantage of the thing that makes you special, I'm not sure if there's a term for it, but because there are things that you're just passionate about, like for example, the thing think of the things you think about, dream about, wish about when you're on your break. Think of the addictions you have. Like there are just things that just come naturally, to the point where you're sometimes a bit worried about yourself because maybe it's like some kind of disease or a weird inclination or addiction. But why not take advantage of that thing which you find somewhat easy, which you neglect but can be worth something? Let me drink some coffee. And then when it comes to art, doing like sketches like these, yeah, I kind of, a part of me feels bad because I can't seem to be as like focused. Like I can't spend too long on a painting or on some kind of illustration or sketch, which makes my work tend to look more impressionistic, very like rough looking, very sketchy. Which it's okay, but maybe instead of like trying to fight it and get over that and do something else, why not just take advantage of that thing, right? And just double down, because it's way better than doing nothing at all, right? Imagine thinking about doing like some kind of high class, top tier, full spread kind of illustration, but you kind of draw the way or paint the way I paint, but you end up doing nothing because what you do naturally, kind of like what I'm doing right now, is not what you imagine yourself doing when in regards to art. Like that's such a waste of, like, here's the concept. Like when you like something, it doesn't mean you have to do it. For example, someone made an example of like the museum. Like when you go to a museum, there are some artworks in that museum that you genuinely enjoy, but it doesn't necessarily mean you would want that same like sculpture or painting in your living room or bedroom. Like you can enjoy something without necessarily wanting to be a part of that thing or be a part of making something that's like that thing, right? Like you can appreciate stuff from a distance. For example, it's kind of like liking a person. I mean, yeah, she's kind of hot, but would you actually want her in real life, like daily, right? You can reverse this too. I'm sure he's hot, but would you actually want him to be with you, you know, like 24/7? So it's good to know the difference between these two things. You know, what's fantasy, what you kind of dream about. Like in theory, it would be nice if I could do these types of things, but in practice, what do I end up doing anyway? What are my natural inclinations? And just take advantage of that. Don't fight it. Double down, dive deep, and see what you can make out of what. Try to maximize it essentially. Like whatever weird thing you have, try to maximize it. For example, I have a habit of rambling because I've always been alone. I was very shy when I was a kid. I'm still shy, by the way, but it just never fit in. One of the it's a big reason why I'm very artsy is because of that isolation. You kind of have to be creative, which is a very common thing. But because of that isolation, I tend to talk to myself a little bit, like which means I do ramble quite a lot. So I used to think, I've been. It can be something to be ashamed of or weirded about, like being a rambler and just talking about all sorts of weird random things. But I decided one day, thankfully I did this. I decided one day to just start making videos on YouTube and just record myself talking about art. And I'm very happy with that decision because now I'm simply taking advantage of my natural sort of thing. And that's me rambling about the things that I find interesting. For example, the art reviews, the main playlist I have or series I have on YouTube, it's just me because I go to Twitter, Instagram, these types of sites, and I just like binging art. Sometimes even more than making art, I just like looking and just appreciating art. So why not take advantage of that? Simply record myself in the action of doing that and make that into a video, right? Do a bit of editing and there you go. And that's actually what led to my channel. Same thing with these art sessions. If I'm struggling with my like art process, if all I can do are sketches, why not record my process of suffering, where I try to find out what my style is, what my actual process is, what I could improve. I can record all of that and just maximize that process. So try to maximize what you already have, even though it may be weird. Maybe double down on it. Because right now, in the back of my mind, like when I wake up, sometimes I think of Dujin. Like I think of porn or just some kind of sexual stuff. It can be quite explicit. But and that's why I'm kind of like in the back of my mind, I really want to like train to become, maybe not make necessarily Dujin, but it's a big influence on me. Going to like hentai, finding like the codes somewhere from Reddit and then typing or pasting it on hentai and finding that cool, nice looking drawn Dujin or manga. I just like I like that whole process. So why not explore that? Now, have I been doing a good job of really doubling down into that proclivity? Is that a word? Or that inclination, that addiction, that natural want of mine? Not really, but because it's still there, like I have no choice but to explore that eventually, right? But I think when you when you're trying to do a bunch of things, you want to make sure. I think it's easier to do more things the more you stabilize other things. For example, I can easily do more videos. For example, in this series, in the art session series where I record myself, draw something, sketch something. If I know already what to do with the art reviews, like I don't really have to think about doing like art review videos. Like it's just easy for me at this point. So in a way, I've stabilized that part of my mind. So I'm basically like locked in. Like there's no space for I know baka, I don't know what to fucking do. Like it's all just locked in. It's been figured out. So I think you have to expect that if you haven't figured out something in some aspect or some part of your life, it can affect the way you do your other work. And the more stuff you figure out, the more avenues in your like career, in the in the kind of work you do in your life that you figure out, it's gonna make other things a little more easier to work on. So I think right now, right now I'm in the process of trying to, now that I have my my new iPhone that I do record with, for the video anyway, and I'm trying to find like the proper setup for that. Like, do I edit the video, whatever. Once I figure and stabilize this part, then I can do more stuff, and that stuff could be creating some doujins, some hentai, degenerate stuff. You know, I want to be one of the big boys. That kind of my, like, it's not so much my dream. It's like it's a calling. Like, I'm being called to draw like feet and tits, ass, everything. Maybe even, who knows, furry art maybe in the picture, right? But the point is, you just have to keep moving forward and figure things out one thing at a time. Let it stabilize so you can move on to other things to work on. Well, I think I talked about I talked about a lot of things. Wait, let me just check the total time for this actual video. Okay, total time is like 6 minutes and 36 seconds. By the way, when the videos are playing in the background, it's all in real time. So it's not like sped up or anything. And again, these sessions are short anyway, so yeah. So that's it for this art session. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.